Hello YouTubians, BioSpark88 here with my first video ever. I've been looking around the Magic the Gathering videos for some time, and it rekindled enough of my old memories, to make me want to buy some cards again. Yeah, you see, I was quite the avid fan back around 2000, 2003 or so, in my preteen and early teen years. I accumulated a collection of a few thousand of these puppies, and I've had that collection sealed away in a storage locker for a long time, since 2006, and I haven't touched them since. But tomorrow I might just go on over there and pick them out. I know, it's a long, long hiatus, but I'm so proud to be back on the scene. I mean, what a better way than to cough up a Benjamin and a half. No, really, I paid that much for 3 starter decks of Urza's Saga. One of my all-time favorite expansion sets ever. Here you go. Troll and Toad. These puppies represent one of the most powerful sets ever made, bar none. From the fires of Shiv to the darkness of Phyrexia, Urza seeks one thing: vengeance. The power of the plains comes to your game with cycling, echo, and other new concepts. The future of the game begins in the past with Urza's Saga. Yep, this came out in '98. Yeah, it's that old. And it's Magic's highest point, in my opinion, since Alpha, Beta, and Unlimited. I'm not that familiar with any of the sets past Mirrodin, so if you want to prove me wrong, tell me in the comments. But there's so many awesome cards in this set, and I love the flavor and the atmosphere. And Urza has just barely survived the war between him and his brother Mishra, and he is trying to cobble together a collection of artifacts that would later be called his legacy, and the story of the Weatherlight would come out of this. There are cards in this set that, besides having a great atmosphere, still see play in Legacy, Vintage, EDH, you name it. I'm hoping for a Yawgmoth's Will, Tolarian Academy, Stroke of Genius, Gaia's Cradle. Too many good cards to list, and it's so exciting to take that gamble after this many years. Well, my God, the memories are just flooding back just holding on to this thing. It was worth the $39.99 a box on Troll and Toad just to be able to hold this piece of history in my hand. I can't wait to see what's inside, and I bet you guys can't either. So, here we go! I know, I'm kind of a newbie, so forgive me for having to film this one-handed. I'm recording this from an iPhone, so bear with me, folks, and I'll extract the cards off camera. I got them out of the box, and we have a whole set of all the normal basic lands that come with a starter deck. Swamp, Island, I got some nice Art of Talaria there, Plains, that must be Sarah's Realm, Forest of Argoth. Each color follows one of the stories of the plains of Dominaria, of the sub-countries or regions of Dominaria in this set. Mountains of Shiv, some swamp, this might be part of Phyrexia. Yeah, more lands, more islands, more this, more that, swamp, plains, island. Oh God, I knew I should have invested in a better camera for an event like this. Oh well. Okay, now we get to the good stuff. The rares are right in the front in these sets. We have Phyrexian Processor. When it comes into play, pay any amount of life. 4 and tap, put a minion token into play. Treat this token as a black creature with power and toughness, each equal to the amount of life paid at the time Phyrexian Processor came into play. Wow. This looks like a pretty good pull. It's a house in Suicide Black. Reminds me kind of, Hatred from Exodus. You pay X life. But once for a token fatty every turn and put Voltaic Key, oh man. That would be a game ender right there. Contamination, nice card. Looks pretty good with several combos. Oh, stroke of genius. This is one of the ones I was hoping to get, and what do you know? In the very first box, there it is. Target player draws X cards. It's like Brain Geyser, and it's really, really popular in Eternal formats. That's some good luck. I mean, seriously, look at that. The designers must have been high when they created this one. You can see the look on Urza's face. He's astounded at the power of this card. Now we get into our uncommons. Arcane Laboratory. Yeah, this one's been around a lot. Ooh! Cathodion. Cathodian. I love the flavor of this set. Urza is a master artificer, and the sets kind of have a steampunk or electropunk, whatever you call it, feel to it. All of Urza's block is like that. In fact, officially it's called the Artifact Cycle. And it's all these powerful artifacts that put it on the map. I mean, look at that. 3/3 artifact creature, 3 mana, and when it dies, you get 3 colorless mana. It's like a dark ritual plus an efficient mechanical stomper. With the 10th edition rules, no more mana burn? Oh, yes, please. Absolute Grace. All creatures gain protection from black. That could be good for sideboards. Goblin Cadets. Well, this is more of a fun card than anything else, but I like that flavor text a lot. But 1 mana for a 2/1, is it worth it? Go ahead and tell me in the comments. Bio Requiem? Yeah. These songs of sorts are a cycle in the set, and I guess these are what they call sleeping or growing enchantments. Growing, I think. You put a verse counter on them, and you can destroy X target non-black creatures when you sack this thing too. I like the idea quite a lot. Jagged Lightning. This was in one of the pre-con decks. It's a pretty good burn spell. A little expensive, but you can get a 2-for-1 out of this. And card advantage is always good. Priest of Gix. Man, this would be a house in limited. When it comes into play, add 3 black mana to your mana pool. Dark Ritual plus a 2/1. I like the idea. Basically pays for itself. Zephid's Embrace. One of those auras that comes from the set where they tried to make auras actually worth something. Still, nothing special, but kind of cool. Retaliation. Each creature you control gains whenever a creature blocks it. This creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Not a bad card. Oh, Goblin Lackey. I can't believe I got this one on my first try. This isn't even rare. This card is so broken. My God. I have no words for this card. It is a house. It's worth $15 on most sites, and I'm sure this. I think this one is even banned in Legacy. I could be wrong, but this is one badass card, and I'm really happy to get it. Cave Tiger, not bad. A Gray Ogre that gets bigger when blocked, not a bad card. Fiery Mantle, one of those returning auras that's in there to get rid of the card disadvantage. It's like fire breathing, only better. Exhume! Oh yeah. This card is a staple in any recursion deck. You gotta have this one. Pegasus Charger, flying, first strike. 2/1 for 3 isn't normally a good deal, but it's a good combination of abilities, but I don't know. Would I play it today? It's a hard call. Bog Raiders. Grey Ogre with Swamp Walk. Yeah, it's alright. It's meh. Healing Salve. We all know this is the jankiest of the boons, but noobs like it. Oh well. Sandbar Merfolk. 1 mana, 1/1, but with cycling. I should mention right now, cycling is one of the abilities that made Urza's block really distinctive. Before Onslaught and Time Spiral brought it back, it was designed as a way so a card would never be a dead draw. If you look, you can discard it from your hand if you pay 2. Smoldering Crater. Non-basic land you can cycle. Tap land, non-basic, and hard to say. I don't know if the cycling can fix it or not. Wild Dogs. This is an interesting one. Yet another cycler. Bravado. Ho 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 ho. Yet another aura, but this one might actually be playable if you're playing a shit ton of creatures in your deck. It's hard to say. It's never good to have a 2-for-1. Elvish Herder. Give trample to any creature until end of turn. Not bad. Expunge. It's basically Dark Banishing with cycling. So, yeah, it's strictly better than Dark Banishing. I like it a lot. Disciple of Law, Disciple of Grace, Protection from Red, Cycling. Yeah, cycling is really, really common in this set. Catalog, draw 2 cards, then choose and discard a card. Not bad. For 3 mana, draw 2, get rid of a card you don't want. Combine this with, if your deck is discard themed, this is pretty cool. Disciple of Grace, yet another one of those disciples. Annul. I think this one came back in Mirrodin, if I'm not mistaken. Raise. Really, really cheap land destruction. Good for blowing up those Talarian academies. Blanchwood Treefolk. Nah. 4/5 for 5. That's okay, but you can do better these days. Reflexes. Meh. Just an aura. Fortitude. Seems like a pricier version of Regeneration. Looming Shade. It's like Frozen Shade, but 1/1 instead of 0/1, so it's pretty cool. Angelic Page. Target attacking blocking creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. That could be pretty useful. Talarian Winds. Looks cool, but it really won't do you that much because it doesn't give you any card advantage. Befoul. Nice removal. Horseshoe Crab. Nice blocker there. Goblin Spelunkers. Only stands out for the flavor text. Guerrilla Warrior. Well, I like this one. 3/2 for 3. Vanilla, but still a pretty good aggro card. Dark Ritual. Gotta love that. Monk Realist. Disenchant. And a 1/1 and 1 card. Good for limited. Unnerve. Each of your opponents chooses and discards 2 cards. Jeez. Why not play this in multiplayer, huh? What a concept. Rooted Protection Green. These are like circles of protection, but with cycling, so they're better. And finally, Rescind. Return target permanent to owner's hand, cycling 2. It's like Boomerang, but you can cycle it. And there you have it. My first deck. Starter deck from the site of Urza's Saga. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll eventually be opening the other ones on camera for you to see. So please, subscribe, like, and comment. See you all another time.